what happens when you put aside perfectionism and you put aside fear and just get out in the world and do something? Well, part of me just doing these is just getting out in the world and doing something. Okay, I've cast fear to the side by now, I think, with doing these. I'm sure there's stuff that still, actually, I know there's stuff that still scares me. I try to do something, I try to all the time do something that pushes my comfort zone and, shit. Oh well, I just realized I'm recording without the microphone, which is here, but it's not plugged in, so I'm pretty sure you can hear this, or either read lips or just don't even bother watching it. But sometimes it's good to do things. Well, it's always good to do stuff that you're afraid of, because it pushes your comfort zone outside of what you're normally doing. And this is something that bugged me a lot, because I was like, well, why would I want to leave my comfort zone? It's nice and comfortable here. Well, that's a good question, Jim. Thank you for asking. The reason is, I guess, to prove to yourself that you're not afraid to do things. And also, if you don't leave your comfort zone, you don't have the opportunity to affect the world. And then what are you doing but just like living, you know? I mean, it's good to have a good, easy life. I agree with that. But I also agree with trying to make a difference in the world. And because there is a lot of difference required in the world, there's a lot of love required in the world. And I think that that my part of my role here, part of why I came here to this existence, is to learn that unconditional love and then share it. Or relearn that, I should say, relearn unconditional love, because we're all born with unconditional love, but we get conditions put on it from our parents and friends and everything. You know, we're indoctrinated to have this understanding that love has conditions. You get love if you X, or if you Y, or if you don't do X or don't do Y. So then you get love. But the only true love is unconditional. And that's love. Love is unconditional. If you're putting conditions on it, then you're not loving. Took me a long time to get that, a long time to understand that. And I made a lot of mistakes on the way. For sure. Anyway, we all make mistakes. That's why we come here, to make mistakes and learn. I hope that this finds you well, and I hope that I hope that some people get this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I know that, like, I was listening to the Kabbalion. This sounds really strange to say, but I was listening to the Kabbalion, and I'm saying, I hope this finds you well, and I hope you or somebody listens and gets this. But the Kabbalion talks about how the Hermetic teachings were reserved for the real true seekers, the real people who really wanted to dig down into finding this stuff out, not trying to not trying to pass this off on so many people. And I understand that, and I understand why. It says, well, there's several different sayings, but the Kabbalion says the lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. And sharing this stuff with the world, I think, is probably largely a useless endeavor, because most people aren't going to watch it, most people are going to search for it. It's like, but I guess you can't stop trying to do that, because otherwise it's like allowing, oh, excuse me, I'm tired. It's like allowing your child to just not walk if they don't want to keep trying to walk or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's a good metaphor. Maybe that's not the one, but anyway. 6.5 minutes of rambling over. Peace and love.